HS students and other students get great grades and teaches them life lessons at the same time. And she tells me that she, for fun, enjoys walking on fire. So I'll leave that to her.
Welcome.
The next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be pretty intense. You've got about 5 to 6 midterms, you've got 15 days left of school, and you've got a lot of tests to handle. And I'm going to tell you 2 of the tips that I use not only with my students that I work with and that my team works with, but also tips that are going to help you with any obstacle that you face in life. The first one is the Trinity. So the first part of the Trinity is physiology. Is everyone sitting up straight, tall? I see a few heads in the back starting to show up now. And are you sleeping well at night? Are you getting 8 hours of sleep? I know on this break you probably got 12 hours of sleep. But in general, during the school year, are you getting enough sleep? The second thing is, are you eating healthy? Are you eating foods that power your brain? Are you eating things that really enliven your body to get ready for your sports games or your dance performance or even your theater practices? And the third thing is, are you getting enough fresh air? I don't know if you guys noticed, but yesterday was a phenomenal weather day, and I hope each of you took 5 minutes to enjoy the weather, because Houston's weather can be pretty brutal over the summer. So these are 3 things that are really important in order to really achieve peak performance. And God has given us this vessel and this body. It is our job to take care of it. You only have one body, so it's so important to make sure that you are keeping it healthy and alive. The second thing that I like to talk about is actually language. A lot of us, including myself when I was sitting in seats just like you, used to really be hard on myself. I would tell myself, I can't do this. Chemistry with Miss Rutledge, super tough. I'm not going to be able to make it through. But guess what? I did make it through. I made it through, and I made it top 10%, and I spoke at my graduating class. So the tip that I give you for language is speak positive about yourself. You need to be your #1 fan. When you walk into a test and you say, I think I got this, I hope I do well. I didn't really study last night. You're probably not going to do well on that test. Probably not. But if you actually go in there and you say, I have got this, I'm going to nail this test, I can totally do this, I've got the material, I got a good night's rest, an awesome breakfast, you're going to probably do well on that test. Because what you say is what you believe, and what you say is what you feel. And so it's very important to use specific language to help you. And God is always speaking positively about you. He's always wanting the best for you. So it's important to also do that for yourself. It's so important to create positive affirmations. And at the end of today, I'm going to teach you one that has really pushed me through my life, through some major difficulties. I lost my father in a car accident when I was a senior in high school. I've gone through many difficulties in life. I've had many heartbreaks. And this affirmation has helped me to get through absolutely everything in my life, including midterms. The next thing is beliefs and having faith. God has equipped you with everything that you need. All of you are enough. You are enough. God has given you everything you need to succeed in life. So I think that's really important to hold that faith and that belief in yourself, to realize that inside I have the ability to do anything if I put my mind to it. The second thing is that God does not guarantee a life without challenges. If you were at Episcopal and you knew absolutely all the material for every subject, do you think it would be that fun? Probably not. You'd probably sit there pretty bored in your class, throw your backpack aside, and not really be interested, sit around on iChat or Skype all day. The reason you are here is to learn, to understand, to soak it up. And you are going to face challenges in certain classes that are difficult. I have a lot of students specifically in chemistry, geometry, Spanish. These are not that easy in terms of material, but if you figure out the right strategies on how to do well in class, you can completely succeed. I remember my midterm with Miss Fong. I was sitting, I think it was here when we took finals and midterms, and I was the last student sitting there. I made a 90 on that test. I see you, Miss Fong. I know you remember me as the last student. And the one thing that I realized was, if I just sat there and went over all my problems again and again and checked my work, and that was a really good strategy that I had, that I would probably do well. I also studied hours upon hours for that test. And the belief that I had was, God is sitting right next to me. He's sitting right next to me, he's supporting me, and I'm going to make it through this. And if you feel like that about any obstacle you have, whether it's something difficult in your life, whether it's something you're not agreeing with your parents, whether it's something about a friend or a significant other, and you realize God gives me these challenges and these obstacles. These are opportunities in my life to really learn more about myself, to have more grit, more character, more self-confidence, and use it and fuel it as power. I can't tell you how much you're going to grow. The second thing I want to talk about is visualization. So one of the things that I find really important, and what I even did today before I walked in, was visualize myself in the front of chapel, which I did only 8 or 9 years ago, and imagine what it's like to have 600 faces at least staring at me. You know, when I was your age, I remember I played piano, and I literally couldn't finish the piece because I was so nervous. And now, I just visualize myself finishing the speech and doing a great job. You can do the same thing every single day. You can wake up and say, I'm grateful that God has given me another day, because there's a lot of people that didn't get it. The second thing that you can do is at night, think about what you've done that's phenomenal, that you achieved. One thing, even if it's as small as telling another student you look awesome today, or making an A on that biology test, or doing really well on that chemistry test. And then also the things you need to improve on and that you're willing to take as an opportunity to learn. Maybe you bombed a world history test. It's okay, it happens. But taking that and saying, let me go to tutorials. Let me figure out a way to do better in this class because I know I can. And the other thing is if you visualize God sitting next to you, and you feel him, and you think about him all around you, taking care of you, it makes every obstacle easy because he's omniscient. He can handle anything that you give him. So visualization is extremely important. And I'm going to walk you through a little exercise that helps me to anchor into that emotion and that perfect peak state, because it's so important to condition your body even now. And I teach this to my students all the time that work with me on conditioning your mind, conditioning your mindset, pushing that willpower. When you can't do something, it's a must. And I must get through this. So I know the next 3 to 4 weeks is going to be an intense next 3 to 4 weeks. You're still probably digesting your turkey. But remember that you can do this. So one of the things I want to do is have everyone sit up straight. Yes. Nice. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to repeat this saying after me. And I'm going to emphasize certain words each time. The saying is, all I need is within me now. Repeat after me. All I need is within me now. Repeat after me. All I need is within me now. 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 And take a second and think God is sitting right next to you, holding your hand, telling you, I believe in you. You're enough. I've given you everything you need to handle the next 3 to 4 weeks, no matter what. And that you're going to make it through with flying colors. Open your eyes. It has helped me throughout my life. When it was the darkest days and I didn't know if I'd make it through, if I didn't know my family would make it through when I didn't have my father, I would repeat that to myself every morning and every night. And it would anchor me into this emotion and strength and power that I didn't even know that I had. Remember that God supersizes your dreams. I never imagined my life standing right here after class of 2003, coming back and realizing that my passion was found sitting in your seats when I turned 16. That I started tutoring when I was at Episcopal High School, and that in the end, I'd end up following my passion and getting to do what I love every single day, which is working with students like you, helping to coach you just like you get coached in sports, to get those peak strategies, to figure out what you need in order to succeed. So I want to thank you for letting me gear you up for midterms, to give you the faith and remind you that God is there for you over the next few weeks and the rest of your life, and that I'm here to help no matter what you need. I'll be here after if you'd like to speak. And thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful Monday.